So what is the title of our lesson? My Home Environment, and it is written by Rabindranath Tagore. Are you all ready for today's class? Students, before we start our today's portion, let's just revise what we have learned in the last class. Do you remember what we have learned in the last class? Okay, about whom we are learning in this lesson? About Tagore. He is explaining about his childhood experience, isn't it? What is the memoir? Memoir is writing the historical events or the incidents which happened in one's own life. What is the reminiscence? Reminiscence is recalling the past events. So here Rabindranath Tagore is recalling. He is telling about the flashback of his childhood days. So he is recalling the past events when he was a child. It is called reminiscence. Here, how did he begin? He is explaining about the atmosphere, about the ambience of his home. It's not a small hut, it's a big mansion, and he is living in a joint family, not in a nuclear family, isn't it? And what he is saying, every day evening, he usually stand or sit in the veranda and is watching the reception room. Every day, the reception room will be lighted up by their servants, and there are so many visitors who will come to his home, and somebody will go, somebody will come. He could see so many chariots there in the portico, which is coming and going, and every day he loved to enjoy that scene. Every day evening in the dim light, he will watch what's happening in front of his home, in the reception room. So many people will visit his home because there is not only 2 or 3 people living. So many, maybe for 50, more than 50 members are there in Tagore's family. Already we have learned about Tagore's life, isn't it? In the poem, The Invention of Shoes, he is the youngest child in the family. And in his family, more than 13 or 14 members, he has many brothers and sisters in his family. Students, let's read the text. Open your book. My Home Environment, from My Reminiscence by Rabindranath Tagore. One great advantage which I enjoyed in my younger days was the literary and artistic atmosphere which pervaded our house. I remember how, when I was quite a child, I would be leaning against the veranda railings which overlooked the detached building comprising the reception rooms. These rooms would be lightened up every evening. Splendid carriages would draw up under the portico, and visitors would be constantly coming and going. What was happening I could not very well make out, but I would keep staring at the rows of lighted casements from my place in the darkness. The intervening space was not great, but the gulf between my infant world and these lights was immense. Students, take page number 29. My elder cousin Ganendra had just got a drama written by Pandit Tarkaratna and was having it staged in the house. His enthusiasm for literature and the fine arts knew no bounds. He was the center of the group who seemed to have been almost consciously striving to bring about from every side the renaissance which we see today. A pronounced nationalism in dress, literature, music, art, and drama had awakened in and around him. He was a keen student of the history of different countries and had begun but could not complete a historical work in Bengali. He had translated and published the Sanskrit drama Vikramurvasi and many a well-known hymn in his composition. I was still a child when my cousin Ganendra died in the prime of his youth, but for those who have once beheld him, it is impossible to forget his handsome, tall, and stately figure. He had an irresistible social influence. He could draw men around him and keep them bound to him. While his powerful attraction was there, disruption was out of the question. He was one of those, a type peculiar to our country, who, by their personal magnetism, easily establish themselves in the center of their family and village. I remember still better his younger brother, my cousin Gunendra. He likewise kept the house filled with his personality. His large, gracious heart embraced alike relatives, friends, guests, and dependents. Whether in his broad south veranda, or on the lawn by the fountain, or at the tank edge on the fishing platform, he presided over self-invited gatherings like hospitality incarnate. His wide appreciation of art and talent kept him constantly radiant with enthusiasm. New ideas of festivity or frolic, theatrical or other entertainments found in him a ready patron, and with his help would flourish and find fruition. Now, Tagore is saying something about his cousin, his elder cousin, Ganendra. What is the name of Tagore's cousin? Ganendra. He is the elder cousin of Tagore. What is the name of Tagore's cousin, elder cousin? Ganendra. This Ganendra is a respectable person in the family. He is the age difference between Tagore and Ganendra is very long. Tagore is a child, is a small child, they may be 5 or 6 years old. But Ganendra is about 30, 25, 30. So he is one of England, they have much interest towards literature. They read so many books. They enacted so many plays, dramas. So that is a period called Renaissance. It's like a revival of art. That is what called Renaissance period. It's a revival, giving a new life to art form is Renaissance. So similarly, this Ganendra is trying to bring out, trying to develop all forms of art. And he had a book, he had a drama which is written by Pandit Tagore. And this Ganendra performed that drama in his home, in his house. Already I have told you that Tagore is living in a joint family, isn't it? There are number of members, number of relatives there in the house of Tagore. So this Ganendra, along with his family members, they enacted this drama. And I have told you already that this Ganendra is loving literature. He had more interest in literature, art forms, music, drama. And so he performed that drama which is written by Pandit Tagore. Then he is also a patriotic person. He loved our nation very much. By that time, India was fighting against the Britishers for freedom. So this Ganendra had also participated in our India's freedom. So he is a multi-talented personality. He had much interest in literature. He had much interest. He is a patriotic person. And he is a respectable person in the family. So Ganendra is an important person in the family of Tagore. And this Ganendra had much interest in history. What is history? The events which happened in the past is history. Yesterday's events is the history today. Today's events will be the history tomorrow. That is history. So this Ganendra had much interest in history, and he studied, he learned the history, the background, culture and tradition of so many countries, and he tries to make it as a whole complete work. He tried a work to write which is based on the history of different countries. He started to write it in Bengali, but he is unable to complete that work. So what he tried to write? He tried to write a book in Bengali language which is about the history of different countries, but he is unable to complete it. And he did one work, that is, he translated a poem, Vikramurvasi. It's a Sanskrit poem, and he translated that Vikramurvasi. And he also composed so many hymns. He composed so many hymns. He translated a poetry which is entitled as Vikramurvasi. He tried to write the history of so many countries in Bengali, but he is unable to complete that work. So till what we have learned about Ganendra. Who is Ganendra? Ganendra is the elder cousin of Tagore. He had much interest in literature, art form. He tries to bring out the literary fields, the art forms. What is Renaissance? Giving a new life to art and music. So he had much interest in art, music, drama, poetry. He had a book which is written by Pandit Tagore. It's a drama, and Ganendra along with his family members enacted that play in the home of Tagore. They are all living as one family. They are living in a joint family, isn't it? Then what we have seen about Ganendra? He was also a patriotic person. He fought against the Britishers. He was also a respectable person in the family. He translated a Sanskrit poetry entitled Vikramurvasi. And he also composed so He died at very young age. Tagore did not know much about this Ganendra because Tagore was a child. He was maybe 5 or 6 years old. This Ganendra died at very young age, maybe 25, 30, 35. And so people in the family members, they are all upset because of the death of Ganendra. Why? Because he died at a very young age, isn't it? And now Tagore is saying that he looked very handsome. Who looked very handsome? Ganendra. Ganendra looked very handsome. And he is saying about one of the characteristic features of Ganendra. That is, Ganendra has the capacity to attract others. There are some people in our family maybe. They will attract others in the family and always there will be 5 or 6 members around him just like these, isn't it? So, this Ganendra also has the capacity to attract his family members, attract others. How? It's not with his physical features. It's not with his outward appearance. It's not as he is a handsome man. No. He did not attract others with his physical appearance. There are some people in this world who are trying to attract others with their physical appearance, isn't it? Physical appearance will fade one day. But this Ganendra attracted others not with his physical attraction, physical appearance, but with his character. He is very helping others. He is an attractive person because of his character is good. His traits, his actions, his deeds are good, which made him to be attracted by others. He is also a patriotic person. And Tagore is saying that he is a peculiar person, which means it seems to be that Ganendra is belonging to our country. His characteristic features shows that he is our nation's child. His patriotism shows that he is a peculiar person for our country. He is not for others. He dedicated his entire life for our country and for literature, for art. So, Tagore is saying that Ganendra is a patriotic person. He is a peculiar person to our country. Now, he is saying something about Ganendra's brother Gunendra. Ganendra is the elder cousin of Tagore. Now, Tagore is explaining something about Ganendra's brother Gunendra. Okay. Now, Tagore is explaining about the younger brother of Ganendra, that is, what is his name? Gunendra. This Gunendra is also having the same characters of his brother. What are the same characters? He is also a person who attracts others. He is also a person who has the ability to attract his family members, attract his friends, attract his neighbors. In your family, who is the person on whom you are all attracted to? In every family, there will be a person around him, maybe 4 or 5, 6 people will be there and they will be chatting each other. He or she will be the center of attraction. Around them, people will be there always. Who is that person in your family? I have seen so many people, in my friend's family, I have seen so many people like them. In your family, who is the person who has the characters just like Gunendra and Ganendra? Maybe your brothers, maybe your uncles or aunts, maybe your grandparents. They will be the center of attraction in your family maybe, isn't it? So similarly, this Ganendra and Gunendra, they both have the same characters. They both has the capacity to attract others. This Gunendra will welcome all the relatives, all the neighbors who are coming, who are visiting their home. He always walk in the south veranda of Tagore's home, or he will walk in the garden, in the lawn. Lawn is a place where we could see grass. It's like a garden, isn't it? So in lawn he will be walking, or nearby the fish tank, nearby the fountain. He will be there in the garden to welcome others, to welcome the visitors, to welcome the relatives or friends. So we know that in Tagore's home every day, each and every day, people will be coming and going, isn't it? So this Gunendra is like an incarnate. He is like in shops, in textile shops, or in wedding auditoriums. We can see for wedding there will be two dolls in front or in the entrance. They will be welcoming us, isn't it? Similarly, this Gunendra, every day he will stand in the garden, maybe nearby the fountain or nearby the fish tank or in the lawn. He will be walking here and there, and he will welcome everyone who are visiting the home. How should we welcome others? Isn't it? Similarly, this Gunendra will do every time, from morning till evening, maybe till night, because people will visit the family of Tagore every day. From morning till night, people will be coming and going. So this Gunendra is like an incarnate, is like welcoming the others. He will welcome others warmly, and every day he will stand in the garden, in the lawn area to welcome the visitors. Can you understand? Who will welcome your relatives in your family? If anybody or your relatives maybe or any visitor is coming to your home, who will welcome them warmly? Is it your mother or father or you children? In many houses, the children will welcome them, but in some home, the children will just run and stand behind their mothers, or they will enter into the room and they will close the door and will sit there. I hope you children are good children, isn't it? You will welcome your visitors, your guests, your relatives. Those who are coming to our home, we should welcome them warmly. Welcoming the guests is one of the prior duties of us, and it is one of the tradition, one of our Indian tradition, not only in Tamil Nadu. In every state, welcoming the guests is very important. It's a good old tradition. Till today we are following, but sometimes if any guest enters into our house, if they are visiting our house, our face looks like, oh my God, when will he leave? When will she leave? That is the mentality of us, isn't it? We will not welcome them warmly. We will may change our face into something else like dull face, and we will welcome them. It's an irritation for us as well as our relatives. So with smiling face we should welcome our guests. You should not hide behind your parents, or you should not hide yourself in your room. Okay? If any guest, any of your relatives are visiting your home, you should welcome them warmly. Here, whose duty is to welcome the guests? Gunendra. Gunendra is the younger brother of Ganendra. They both are the cousins of Tagore. Tagore was a small child. He don't know anything. He don't know to welcome others, isn't it? Here, Gunendra is doing that duty. What is his duty? To welcome others. He also has the capacity important, isn't it? These are some of the favorite occasions for us. We will enjoy in these occasions. Here, in a joint family, every day is a festival. Every day is an occasion. Here in Tagore's family, more than 50 members are there. Some may get married. So, weekly once or monthly once, they will have a wedding anniversary, wedding ceremony, isn't it? So, monthly once these children can enjoy for any occasions. There will be so many festivals they will celebrate. So, in all these festivals, who is the planner? Who is the organizer in the family? Gunendra. Gunendra is the organizer for all the festivals. He will arrange everything properly. Who is the organizer for all the festivals in Tagore's home? Gunendra. He is the younger brother of Ganendra. Okay. So this Gunendra will plan everything and he will give more ideas, renovative ideas to arrange, to make, to organize that function, that festival, that occasion in a perfect way. So he will give so many plans, he will give so many suggestions for others, for the family members to arrange the function, to arrange the occasion in a perfect way. And one day, they all, this Gunendra, Ganendra and all the family members, all the elders, they are planning for an occasion to play a ballast. Ballast is like a play. It represents, it's an imitation of an event, imitation of something in a comic way. It's like a comic play. Okay. So, a ballast, this Gunendra, Ganendra and all the other family members, they are planning to perform a ballast. And for that, we want to rehearse for everything, isn't it? Without practice, we cannot perform it in a better way. So, all these people, all these family members who are enacting, who are performing the ballast, they rehearse for that in the room of Tagore's brother. So, Tagore is a small kid. He cannot identify or he cannot enjoy, he cannot understand what they are performing because he is a small kid, small child, maybe 5 or 6 years old. He cannot understand what is the concept there in the play or the performance. And he is saying that for all these occasions, I cannot understand anything. But the vibration of enjoyment knocks at my door also. What does it mean? The small kids, they know only to play. They don't know what is the occasion, what is the importance of that festival. But the vibration, if everybody around us are preparing, they are enjoying a function, that vibration will attack us also, isn't it? So Tagore is saying, when I was a child, I don't know anything about those functions, those festivals, but the vibration is there within me. And now he is saying that for this ballast, they are all rehearsing in my brother's room, and myself and some other kids like me will be watching it from our veranda. Usually every day Tagore will be sitting there in the veranda, isn't it? He will watch everything there. And now also he is saying that they are all rehearsing in my brother's room, and I could hear some laughing sounds while they are rehearsing. In between, they will chat something, they will make some funny things, isn't it? They will crack some jokes. So, the Tagore and other kids could hear some laughing sounds from the room while they are rehearsing. Can you understand, students? Students, I hope you all have understood today's class. See you all in the next class. Until, take care. Thank you.